Hey, what's going on? This is Jake with Walk-Squawk. Corn's rally is showing signs of fatigue after notching its first lower close in 8 sessions. Planting progress ticked up 2% to reach 4% complete, which is below expectations and behind both last year's pace and the 10-year average. Rainfall over the next 5 days across the southeast and southern Corn Belt could slow things down even further, and barge logistics may worsen along the Ohio and lower Mississippi rivers due to rising water levels. Argentina's harvest is dragging due to wet conditions, while parts of Brazil, especially Paraná and southern Mato Grosso, are facing dryness concerns. Open interest popped nearly 10,000 contracts yesterday on that small pullback, and volume now declined for 2 straight days. That combo plus overbought technicals suggests this move might be stalling. Corn, has rallied over 47 cents recently, but the bulls, are probably going to need some fresh fuel to keep this trend alive. Now, let's look over at soybeans here. We're starting the day lower, pulled down by softness and meal in Argentina's temporary export tax cut is expected to spur farmer selling, getting more beans into crushers' hands. Meanwhile, U.S. planting sits at 2% complete, slightly behind last year, and wet forecasts for the southern corn belt and Great Lakes could slow early field work there. All eyes are on today's NOPA Crush report. Expectations are 197.6 million bushels in March, up from February and last year's numbers. Bean oil stocks are expected to rise, though veg oil prices have weakened. Brazil just bumped up its biodiesel mandate to 15%, which should add to domestic demand. Open interest in beans, meal, and oil fell again yesterday. Volumes also thinning out, hinting at fading momentum after testing the 200-day moving average resistance. Last but not least, we have wheat is trading lower again this morning, with Kansas City leading the downside as the forecast calls for much needed rain across those key HRW areas. While some regions like Western Kansas and the Panhandles may still miss out, Central Oklahoma and North Texas are expected to get solid moisture. Crop conditions remain mixed. Kansas ratings dropped sharply last week, while SRW states like Illinois improved. Globally, Russians export prices are down slightly, and cold weather in Ukraine is raising some concerns. But the bigger picture, EU wheat is sitting at a 1-year low thanks to the euro strength. U.S. soft red winter wheat remains the cheapest on the board. Still, without a weather scare or new demand flash, wheat bulls may struggle to take control in the short term.